Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Rohan Viju, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6. So I got this monitor a couple days back at Best Buy for around $650, and I think this might actually be one of the best monitors I've reviewed on this channel. I have a sweet spot for OLEDs. I've reviewed the OLED G8, and it's one of my favorite monitors of all time just because you get that rich contrast, and I really care about picture quality and color accuracy. So those are really big pluses for me from those models, and those sort of bleed into the OLED G6. So in today's video, we're gonna cover a lot about it. First, we're gonna do an unboxing. Then I'm gonna talk about the setup, which is a bit tricky, so you might have to follow along. Then I'm gonna talk about the physical specs, and then talk about the display specs. And then finally, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts and my final score for the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6. So before we begin, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to watch more future content like this. Like this video if you found this helpful, and comment any questions or concerns, and I'll try my best to answer them. So without further ado, let's head straight to the unboxing. So here we have the box for the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6, which looks pretty similar to the boxes for other Odyssey monitors I've reviewed before. Let's open it up and see what's inside. The first thing we spot is the neck of the monitor, which feels really sturdy and high quality, and it doesn't feel flimsy at all. Next, there's the base, which is made out of metal and has a solid, hefty feel to it. We'll set those aside and see what else we get in the box. Moving on, we have the cables, a USB Type A to Type B upstream cable, a DisplayPort cable, an HDMI cable, and the power adapter, which is fairly large, and you also get the second part of the power cord, which you connect to the adapter. Lastly, there's paperwork. Now let's put everything aside and take out the monitor. It's pretty weighty and feels super premium, and the silver and black aesthetic really stand out for me, and I'm a really big fan of the design. Awesome, so that was pretty much it for the unboxing. So now let's talk specifically about the setup. So setting up this monitor is quite different from other Samsung Odyssey monitors, so it's important to follow the instructions carefully that you get in the packaging. So start by assembling the base and neck. So look at the base and notice these specific arrows. Find the one pointing to the side. Align the arrows on the bottom of the neck with the arrow on the base, and then gently push down. Once aligned, twist the neck into place, ensuring it's properly secured. Next, lay the monitor flat on the table and slide the neck into the slot on the back of the monitor until it clicks. Now your monitor is fully set up, and now let's connect it to a PC or console and start using it. Awesome, so that was pretty much it for the unboxing and setup. Now let's talk specifically about the physical specs. The build quality for this monitor is really great, and it's made out of black and silver plastic, and the base is metal, which makes it feel really sturdy and premium. I haven't felt that any of the design was compromised in any way, and there's no obvious flaw with the build. The bezel on the front has a silver rim around it, which some people might think looks stylish, but it could also be a bit distracting depending on what content you're viewing on the screen or what aesthetic you're trying to go for. The neck of the monitor is made out of plastic and continues the silver and black aesthetic of the body. There's also a small gray silicone tab for wire management. While it's not a lot, it does get the job done and helps keep your setup a bit cleaner. The base of the monitor is a bit big and does take up quite a lot of table space, but the monitor does give you an option to attach it to a 100 by 100 VESA mount if you want to use an arm. On the back, you will see the iconic Odyssey design that has become a signature look for these monitors. However, for the OLED model specifically, it seems like they're moving away from the protruding ring design that was featured on previous Odyssey monitors I've reviewed before on this channel. Right now, it's more of a minimal ring design with core RGB lighting, which is surprisingly really good. If you have your monitor's back facing a wall, you'll get really vivid lighting, and it's better than what we had in the OLED G8 and other OLED monitors I've reviewed before. And you can customize this lighting, which is an amazing bonus, and the customization options are endless. You can make it strobe, revolve, and it's really great. On the back of the monitor, we can find the power button, which also works as a joystick to navigate the monitor's menu system, which personally I really like this design since it makes adjusting settings quick and really easy. This is also where the monitor's ports are located. It includes a PC in port, 2 USB service ports, a 3.5mm audio out port, 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, a DisplayPort 1.4, and a DC24V port for power. The layout is straightforward and user-friendly, making it simple to connect all your devices without any hassle, and this all supports the max resolution at the max refresh rate at 360 Hz for this monitor. Awesome, so now let's talk about the ergonomics of this monitor, which is a really big plus point for me. So the monitor has a height adjustment of up to 4.7 inches, which is 12 centimeters, and a tilt range from -25 to 2.5 degrees. You can rotate the monitor vertically in both directions, which is perfect if you really want a high quality vertical monitor setup, which I don't really think is necessary because this is way too overpowered to have as a vertical monitor on the side. But if you do want it, it's an option for you. The monitor also has a swivel range of -30 to 30 degrees, giving you decent flexibility for adjustments. If you need even more flexibility, you can mount the monitor on an arm, but with what's provided, I think the ergonomic options are amazing. Awesome, so that was pretty much it for the physical specs. So now let's talk about the display spec. The OLED G6 has a 27-inch QHD screen with a resolution of 2560 by 1440p, which gives it a pixel density of 110 ppi. Basically, that means the visuals are super sharp with an amazing contrast ratio and color accuracy with the OLED technology. And since it's an OLED, there's no need for backlight or local dimming, so every pixel can turn on and off individually, so you don't get any annoying light bleed or blooming, and the contrast looks incredible. Black and gray uniformity is also top notch, and the colors are so accurate that you won't notice any weird banding. Plus, the viewing angles are awesome for this monitor, so whether you're in the right, left, up, or down of this monitor, the colors and image quality stay consistent, which is perfect if you want to share your screen with a friend who's sitting right next to you. And I'm going to say this again, the contrast ratio is so good that it has an infinity to 1 contrast ratio, which means that there is a clear divide between each pixel, so there's no bleed in any way. So it's perfect if you really care about visuals in games and don't really care about competitiveness. You just want to sit down, look at something beautiful on your screen, like playing The Last of Us or, Horizon Zero Dawn or Red Dead Redemption, and you just want to see those visuals. This would be an amazing monitor for that. The matte screen is another great feature because it cuts down on reflections. Even with the matte finish, the image still looks sharp and vibrant, which isn't always the case with matte coatings, but in this case, it is. The brightness of the monitor hits up to 250 nits, and it's not the brightest monitor out there, but it's fine for OLEDs, which isn't really their strong suit anyway. In the SDR mode of the monitor, the brightness is decent for a small room, and in the HDR setting for this monitor, it feels bright enough where the highlights and the dark areas of the screen feel vibrant. So my recommendation would be to use this monitor in a dark room or a room with not too much light to enjoy the full experience. And speaking of HDR, this monitor has it, and it's a really good way to watch the best visuals in a game. Awesome, so now let's talk about the gaming specific specs. This monitor has a crazy fast 360Hz refresh rate, which is perfect if you're into competitive gaming. It makes everything super smooth and gives you an edge in fast-paced games. All the ports on the monitor support the max refresh rate at the full resolution, so you're all set if you're playing on a PC. But consoles, on the other hand, will be limited because their max resolution is 4K and the max refresh rate is 120Hz. So this monitor is a bit overkill for that, but I mean, if you do really want those great visuals, you could get this monitor either way. The response time of the monitor is listed as 0.03 milliseconds, but realistically, it's closer to 2 milliseconds. Still, that's blazing fast and more than enough for gaming. Plus, you get FreeSync and G-Sync support for tear-free gameplay. There's one small downside though, and that's text clarity. So if you're sitting close, you might notice some fringing around the text, but it's not horrible, and there are ways to tweak it in the Windows software itself. But it's something to keep in mind if you'll be reading a lot of text on this screen. One thing I love is the built-in OS of the monitor. So Samsung Odyssey's OS is seriously one of the best. It's super easy to use, it gives you all the info you need right away, and lets you customize just about everything. And overall, this monitor is a beast for gaming and looks fantastic for pretty much anything else. So that was pretty much it for the physical specs as well as the display specs. So now let's move on to my thoughts and my final score for this monitor. So the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6 is an impressive monitor that shines in almost every area. The build quality is solid with a sleek and black and silver design, a sturdy metal base, and a customizable RGB backlight. So ergonomically, it offers great flexibility with height adjustment, tilt, swivel, and vertical rotation options, and the 27-inch OLED panel delivers stunning color accuracy, contrast, and sharpness, which makes it a top choice for both gaming and general use. The 360Hz refresh rate and low response time makes it perfect for competitive gaming, but it's something I wouldn't recommend for that purpose. Instead, get a TN panel, which is specific for competitive gaming, and it offers much more features at a higher refresh rate if that's something you'd like. This monitor specifically is for competitive games that are visually stunning, and you also want that edge and you want it to look buttery smooth. And the support of FreeSync and G-Sync for this monitor ensures tear-free gameplay, which is great. And the monitor's built-in OS is also user-friendly, which adds extra value to this monitor. However, there are some tiny drawbacks. Like I mentioned before, the setup process is tricky and the large base does take up a lot of desk space. While the brightness is sufficient for most users, it might not be bright enough for those who prefer ultra bright displays. And also, the slight text clarity issue when sitting close might be noticeable to some, but it's easily fixed. So a lot of these flaws can be fixed pretty easily, and they don't really affect the overall experience of this monitor. You get great color accuracy, visually it looks great, and if you have any games and you really care about story, visuals, anything like that, this is the monitor for you. So based on the pros and cons, the final score I would give the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6 is a 96 out of 100. It has amazing features, and I personally feel like the benefits outweigh the flaws, and some of the flaws could be easily fixed. And as always, I've left links in the description if you want to go check out this monitor. So before we end, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to watch more future content like this. Like this video if you found this helpful, and comment any questions or concerns, and I'll try my best to answer them. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yes, I meant it. Yeah, man, I'm way too cold.